My apologies. Five, five, 5 and 5, 10. The transformation, the change, the radical rebirth that needs to take place in order to go through, to balance out, to restore order and restore balance. There has to be a cleaning out with the 9 here endings. Okay. There has to be a cleaning out. And I'm looking at this Buhag energy, scarcity, Salkuyat. Okay. You have to deal with this familiar spirit, break the generational cycles and break the generational curses in order to go to this new cycle with a clean slate. Okay. In order to restore stability and security within the home foundation. Okay. In order to access this 10 of diamonds energy, in order to be liberated and to liberate your lineage. Going on to the tarot. Going on to the tarot. See the 7 of swords, the 7 of cups, and the 3 of wands. That's the betrayal energy. That's the theft energy. That's the deception, the deceptive energy. Okay. Making a run for it energy. Okay. 7, 7. Okay. Very highly spiritual number. Okay. Then we got the 7 of cups. A lot of confusion. Okay. So this 7 of swords, okay, this Buhag energy was to create, this familiar spirit was to create a lot of confusion and put up a lot of illusions and feed you unrequited love, okay, and your connections, okay, love bombing, trauma bonding. It's just all illusion. It's not real. It's not true love. It's not coming from a true heart space, a healed heart space. It's coming from a deceptive heart space, a conniving heart space. Okay? And it halted expansion. Okay? But you're being called to resonate and vibrate on a higher frequency and to master the self, to get back in your rightful place as the Queen of Pentacles here. I see the 2 of swords, okay? And stop blocking. I see the 10 of Pentacles, okay? Stop blocking your 10 of Pentacles. I see the 4 of Wands, okay? And I see the 8 of Swords, okay? Self-betrayal, self-destruction, self-imposed restrictions. That's not liberating you and not liberating your lineage. Matriarch. I just picked up the Shadow Oracle deck, and it says matriarchal side. Oh my God, at the time. And that's exactly what we're talking about here, the matriarchal lineage. Okay? Sage your aura and home is behind that, to clean out the impurities, the malevolent spirits and entities. Oh my, mm, mm, mm. At the bottom of that, it says, or the other end of the deck, your mother is strong protection. Your mother that's in her right mind, her whole mind, her conscious mind. And then it says, listen to your wise elders. Your mother is a wise elder, okay? If she's in that serpent energy, wow. Let me see what come out, but I don't think I need to pull none from this deck. Let's see. Oh, okay. Spirit of uncleanliness is at the bottom of the deck. And then I see matriarchal side again with take back your power. It's time for the mothers to take back their power. Okay? It's time for the masculines to take back their power and to get in line with their matriarch and stop walking around here with unclean spirits. The card that came out says the more grateful you are, the less you will complain. Once complaining disappears, misery disappears. Okay? Misery loves company. And this is how you continue on this scarcity, this buhag spirit that's been following, this unclean spirit that has been following through the bloodline. It's because of complaining, because of being miserable, because of being rebellious and being in a state of resistance. Okay? Instead of being in a state of gratitude, being grateful. You're finding everything up under the sun and the moon to complain about, to be hateful about. And this is also giving me, since we on, this is highly high energy of the matriarch. This is giving me those wands, those masculines, those children, those family that's having everything under the sun to complain about, or why they don't like their mother, why they don't like this and that, and what, why they got a problem with them, all this and all that. Most of the shit is even made up. Okay? Instead of finding the positive things, instead of finding the solutions, instead of coming in a space of gratitude, in the right heart space. Okay? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Materialistic. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Continuing on. Continuing on. Let's see what I want to. Let's go to this deck right here. If it ain't divine, it ain't mine. And then I see ally. Mm-hmm. So this is for those who has aligned with that, those, it that is not divine. Okay, you allied with things that are not divine. Okay, separated yourself from your divine matriarch. And that's exactly what the book had wants you to do. Okay, here we go. What came out is unfathomed wealth. Okay, this is that lineage. Okay, going through the matriarchal lineage. Okay, this is the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Diamonds, and accessing that unfathomed wealth. Lily of the Valley, rich in iron, okay, fluorine and potassium phosphate. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm talking about. Lily of the Valley, okay, restoring order, restoring purity, all right? Yes, purifying things, calling that everything that was stolen from the matriarch to be cleansed and purified and returned in abundance. Oh, look at that. At the bottom of that is Ready Tuesday Potential, return of power. And then on top, behind Lily of the Valley is, because I have maintained my right and my cause, I sat as in the throne judging right by divine authority. Then I see rural inheritance, birthright. Then I see quantity is not equivalent to quality. Okay? Self-destruction. I see sun, S-O-N. Detox. Wealth improves with love. It's all about the heart chakra, being in that love frequency, okay? To release, to restore, to recalibrate. Your breakthrough is here. Yes, it's time for the mothers to stand and rise and reclaim, recall back their power, cleansed and purified and full of vitality and wholeness. Give thanks, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. It's bigger than us. It's about our posterity, that 10 of diamonds, that 10 of pentacles. It's about our lineage. Those of them art of divine feminists know that. We know that. We're clear on that. We're not arguing against that. We know we're the daughters of the great mother. Moving on. 432 hertz, deeper connections to universal harmonious rhythms. Okay. Releases serotonin, endorphins, stabilizes the blood pressure and the heart rate. Mental clarity, reduces stress and anxiety, increases creativity and inspiration, emotional balance. Okay, deeper connection to universe harmonious rhythms. Okay, we talking mother universe, the mothers. Okay, Queen of Sheba, Makeda, greatness, immense wealth and wisdom, resilience and mystical. Okay, get in line, get in line. The devil is in the details, and the details exposes the devil. And then I see cosmic shift. I also see family betrayal. This is part of the endings and a part of the changes that has to come. I see children, heirs. I did see son, S-O-N. Okay. I see creditor. So it has something also to do with maybe some money, inheritance that was taken. So give me one card from this deck, please, and thank you. Ancestor, spirit guides, of the highest order in light. I see blue sage. That's grandmother lineage. Corruption, corruption, corruption. The matriarchal lineage has been infiltrated in home, in house, and out. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Look what came out. Left brain hemisphere, logic, intellect. This is the masculine. Okay, the positive polarity. And then it says symbiosis, mutualism, both benefit, you see. See, this is what it's about. You masculines that's uptight and got your lips so goddamn tight, okay? About the matriarch, about the mother. And you don't understand. This is a balance. This is not to boot you out, okay? 7-11. I see the number 7-11. All right? Ace. The letter A, which is ace, high quality and excellence. Okay? So this is bringing no harm to nobody when the matriarch has been restored. This is beneficial to both the masculine and the feminine, and collectively, the community, the family. Okay? Understand that, masculines. Understand it. Get it right. So stop fighting up against Stop speaking ill will with this word witchery that came out against your mothers. Okay? I see sun, S-U-N, Sunday. This is giving me masculine energy. Okay? Then I see dragon blood, which wards off negative energy. It creates a protective shield. So these masculines, these sons that are in this very hateful, negative vibration, you're going to get cleansed out. You are going to be cleaned out. Okay? Serpent here. Wisdom. Wisdom. If you don't get back in your right mind and walk in your wisdom, with the sun here, walk in your royalty, because you see, your mother is here to, the Isis energy, making kings. That's what the matriarch does. The matriarch make kings, bring forth kings and queens, gods and goddesses. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. I see mountains here. Mountains. Let's see. Did I pull from this deck already? Yeah, I did. Let's see what comes out. I see forgery. I see scheme of extortion. Okay. What you want us to know out of this deck? Opportunist. Opportunist. So that's this betrayal. Okay. That these people that took an opportunity, this is reaps the fruits of others' labor, constantly seeks to take advantage of others, even in most difficult moments. Insincere, dishonest, okay, exploit the help of others to achieve their personal goals, unethical, selfish, vampiric. All right, that's that boo-hag energy. Okay, but however, that forgery came out. Okay, so that's imposter energy. That's the imposter energy. Okay, and settlement. Okay, came out. So there has to be a settlement. Okay, you have to. That's giving me 6 of diamonds energy. Okay, settling karmic debts, settling all matters, paying for things that you've done and said in the past. Okay, this is inevitable. Okay, you have to settle these matters. They have to be settled, otherwise it's going to eat you alive. Like a parasite, it's going to literally eat you up. That scarcity energy is going to eat you from the inside out. Let me go to my herbal. Card. Yeah. Capsicum. Cayenne came out. Expels gas. Okay. It's also a diaphoretic. It's a stimulant. Okay. It stops unnatural bleeding. It's an energizer. It's a calmative. It's a cleanser. Okay. So this is fire energy. So burning out Okay. You may be using the element of fire to purge. Just give me purging energy to purge out these malevolent entities and spirits. Okay, so that you can heal, so that you can be energized, okay, and cleansed, so you can expel all the gas and the toxins. Okay, yeah, fire. Let me see. Homeostatic stops, expels gas. Gas. So I'm getting from this, maybe dealing with the stomach, okay, the intestines. Let me see. Mm. So with the stomach, we're dealing with the emotion behind the stomach is digestion of life. Okay. Maybe you may be having some, visible issues with your top lip. Okay. And the opening is the mouth. Okay. So what you put in your mouth, what you speak out of your mouth, your mouth is also a portal, orifice. Okay. Be very mindful what come out that thing and what you put in it that reaches your stomach. Okay. That can cause some upset and causes you to have digestion problems. Okay. And on an emotional plane, digestion of life issues. Okay. And that pairs with the spleen, which is the main emotion behind that is worry and thinking. So overthinking. And also the opening is the mouth, and it oversees the right left eye. So maybe your eyes may be changing color. In that left eye, that's your receiving side, the left side. Okay. And that's the masculine side. Yeah. So worrying about not being able to control that matriarchal mindset because the patriarchs is rising. But like I said, that this is a mutualism energy. Both benefit, everybody benefit. This is symbiosis when the mother is back in order. Okay. In here to restore order. All right. So it's nothing to worry about. All right. And it is what it is. That's the natural order of the universe. So everything, that is in line with the universe, is in line with Mother Nature. Allah does create peace and balance. Okay. Anything outside of that is disorder, and it creates destruction and dis-ease. Okay. So let's get a final card here of advice. Let's close it out. I just want one tarot card. That's it. Just what do you want us to know? Yeah, temperance. Okay. Yep. I see temperance here that fell out, which is a number 14, which reduces down to a number 5. This is about taking that step forward to create balance and harmony and peace, going through and alchemizing, connecting yourself back to what's nature, to what's natural, so that healing can be restored, okay? And balance can be restored. In being patient and loving, okay? Alchemizing that destructive rage into a uh, positive rage, I guess. That's not the word I wanted to use, but that's just what came up right now, okay? So rage that is going to be beneficial to yourself and the collective, i.e. nature, okay? Alchemizing that destructive rage, balancing that destructive rage, and knowing that you're worthy. You are worthy. Connecting back with your sacred ancestors and angelic guides, spiritual guides of the highest order and light that is here to assist you on this journey. And this is what's going to create freedom. Okay? I see on the top of the deck the Hanged One and the Three of Pentacles with the Death card. So whatever connection, collaborations that has been ongoing, you have to come to an ends with that, because it's creating stagnancy. Yep, Eight of Pentacles, okay? Stagnancy in your money is siphoning your energy, okay? That's the true currency here. This Hanged One is hanging from a tree with their right leg. The rope is wrapped around their right ankle, okay? We know the right side is the uh, feminine side. So whatever feminine energy that is toxic, death, that you're collaborating with, it is doing you harm. It is a liability. And this is also the feminine energy within self that's keeping you bound because you worried and going through that digestion of life issue. And this is also whatever energy this is that's keeping you from your own mother. This is symbolization to me of the matriarch being subdued, okay, being suppressed and being bound. But there's an end to that, because she has to create legacy, okay, build community, for her prosperity, her lineage, her posterity. Yeah, Eight of Wands behind the Hanged One. So this is giving me, first thing that comes to my mind is these projections, this witchcraft that has caused these bondages. Okay, one after the next. Eights are karmic energy. Eights is dealing with infinity. So yeah, going through the generational line. But it's time to move forward. Okay. The positive aspect of the Eight of Wands is releasing and moving forward and taking your power back to restore order, okay, and structure. Release yourself from these strongholds. At the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups. It's all about love. Behind that is the Ace of Diamonds. Didn't we see all of this in the playing cards? Ten of Wands. Releasing these burdens, all these burdens that has kept you from your true freedom. Liberation, freedom is a birthright. Okay, to tap into that love frequency, Ace of Pentacles, and to tap into that abundance, the Ace of Cups, to tap into the abundance, the Ace of Pentacles. You have to release these burdens and worries and stress that is keeping you bound with the Hanged One. That's it, and that's all. Peace.